Hey guys, welcome to a YouTube tutorial. So today I'm going to be showing you how to access all of the free copyright-free music that YouTube offers for background tracks and for sound effects and etc. I have a friend who's just getting into YouTubing, and he was editing a video together, and when I mentioned it to him, he was interested, but it was a little difficult to describe exactly where it is, so rather than send him a lengthy email, I'm going to make this quick video for him. His channel's not up yet, but I will post a link right here once it is so that you can watch his stuff. It should be pretty good. Um, Anyway, let's get started. So, when you first log in and go to my channel, it should look something like this if you haven't done anything with your account. If you've added channel art or a profile picture, then it'll look a lot different. If you have videos, it'll show up down here. But if you haven't done anything, it'll look like this, which is, I just created a test account so I could show you this. So you're going to want to click on this little profile picture. If you've added a profile picture here, then it'll match up here. But since we haven't added anything, it's just this little vague blue guy. Okay, so click on that, and you should see your name and then a button to go to the Creator Studio. Now, if you're logged into your YouTube account and you're not seeing the Creator Studio button, quick recommendation is log out of whatever browser you're in and try a different browser. So right now I'm in Safari. If you're not seeing the Creator Studio button in Safari, log into or download and log into, say, Chrome or Firefox. If you're on Internet Explorer, again, try Chrome or Firefox. Just whatever you're in, try a different one if this button isn't showing up, because sometimes in the past I haven't had this appear, so I've logged out, logged into a different browser, and it showed up right away. And I think some of that has to do with browsers sometimes get outdated, and if they're not updated, they won't have the correct code to run all of the stuff that YouTube and other sites have. So if this isn't showing up, log out of whatever browser you're in and try a different browser. So anyway, you're going to want to click on Creator Studio, and that will take you to your dashboard where it has all of the quick statistics about your website, people who've been searching, how many views, how many subscriber, what your most recent comments are, and then tips, for example, branding your content. And this is just the first tab on your list of all the things that have to do with your channel. Down at the bottom, this is what we're actually looking at right here, Create. And you're going to click on that, and then it's going to open up two sub-tabs, Audio Library and Video Editor. Today we're covering Audio Library. I'll briefly describe Video Editor. It is just a place where, say you've got a whole bunch of clips and you don't have a good video editor, you can upload them to YouTube as private videos so no one will see those clips, and then use the video editor to edit them all together and release it as a polished, finished project. So kind of a cool resource because you're able to do editing online and you're able to access it from anywhere, but today we're covering Audio Library. Okay. So immediately when you open it up, you see three separate tabs: free music, ad-supported music, and sound effects. So we'll cover all of these briefly. The first thing that's great is free music is basically what you're going to use for your background tracks, or if you have a channel montage at the beginning or end, you can use it for that as well. And what's great is there's a ton of music here. There's a lot of different choices, and it can be a little daunting because it's not really organized. So what I like to do is I'll go to genre and then just kind of see what type of genre I'm in. So for example, if I'm trying to do something that's cutesy or fun, then I'll go to the children's section and just try and find a song there. Now normally you should be able to click here or here and it should play a preview for you, but I've been having some issues lately, and it might just be that I'm in Safari and logging into another browser would fix this, but I'm not able to preview it. So what I did was I actually downloaded 4 different songs from the children's category, and I'll just play them for you quick so you get an idea of what the songs there sound like. So, I hadn't actually listened to those all the way through, so I didn't know there were lyrics on it. Most of the songs won't have lyrics, which is great. Even the first 10 to 20 seconds of these clips won't have anyone singing, so you should be able to basically salvage some if you're looking for just background music. The Sandcastles one didn't have any music, or didn't have any vocals, so those are good. We have a lot of different categories. If I'm trying to make an actual movie, something that's pretty well done, then I'll go to cinematic. Um, but honestly, there's a lot of categories, and you should be able to find something to work as the background score for your film. Again, I can't view it, so I downloaded a few. So I'll just play these sampling of cinematic scores. So that's a sampling of the cinematic section. Most of the cinematic ones are actually really good. I like anything by Jingle Punks, but honestly, anything here is really well done. And so yeah, to download it, like I had done, or to download it for your project, you're just going to go over to the right and click on the download next to the individual track. And most of these are between 1 and 3 minutes. This one's just a 7-second intro or whatever, but most of these are like multiple minutes long, so you should be able to use them for your tracks. Okay, so that is the free music section, which you can use for backgrounds for your songs. Here we have ad-supported music. Now, in the old days, YouTube used to, if you used a copyright song in your video, what they would do to not be copyright infringing, they would delete the audio from your film. So that meant that there would be no words, no one speaking, there would be no background music, and there would be no sound effects. There would be silence, which had a bad effect on people liking and subscribing to your videos because they couldn't hear anything. What YouTube has since done is made agreements with different music publishing companies where you can actually use those copyright songs in your video with certain restrictions. So, for example, let's say we want to play Sugar by Maroon 5 in our video. So you would type it in, you do a search, and if this is working, it will come up. The search feature, okay, there we go. Okay, so here is Sugar. So what you're going to do is once you've found the song, searched and found the song, you just click on it, and it shows you what the limitations are for using this video, or for using this music in your video. So playback, and these are honestly almost universal. Whenever I've looked at other films, or whenever I've looked at other music, it always has the same ones. So you can view your YouTube video everywhere except in Germany. Probably YouTube hasn't been able to make an agreement with German music publishers for whatever reason. And then the second stipulation is you can't monetize your video. So if you set AdSense on to make that fraction of a cent per video, you won't be able to if you're using this song, because you're not paying for the music, and so they don't want you to be making a profit off of their song. So that's pretty universal. There's a ton of songs that you can find. For these ones, I don't believe you're able to download it. You'd have to use a copy of your own song, And for the free music and the ad-supported music, I'm not actually sure if you're able to use these in videos that you're not posting to YouTube. So say you wanted to post your video to Vimeo as well. I'm not sure if there's if YouTube has put restrictions where you're not allowed to use. You probably physically could, but I don't know if you're allowed to legally use it on other sites. So that's these two. Sound effects, it's exactly what it sounds like. There are a ton. This is just going to show the featured ones, but you can go to category, like Foley. Foley is actually the Hollywood sound effects person, and it comes from the word foliage, because in the old days sound effects people used to get tree branches and other sorts of foliage and make rustling leaves or steps or whatever using foliage. So they're called Foleys. But anyway, so this is going to be your smattering of basic sound effects. And again, if you want it, you can preview it and then download it. And you can even like it, see the star here, and then that'll appear under this favorites tab. So, and again, not just Foley, there are a ton of different categories. You should be able to find the sound effect. If you can't find the sound effect you're looking for, there's a bunch of other videos, or there's a bunch of other websites that have great sound effects that are royalty free as well. But this is a great place to get started because it's all nicely organized and you should be able to find something. For example, weapons. If you're doing something that has guns or explosions or whatever, you have a lot of different types of explosions and guns. So yeah, and then whatever else you're trying to do. There should be a category or a sound effect for that. So that is basically it. We've covered the audio library with free music, ad-supported music, and sound effects, and you should be up and running and ready to go your with your YouTube video background noise and sound effects. Okay, I will see you next time, and I hope this helps my friend. Once again, once he has a channel, I'll post his link right here so you can check out his stuff. Okay, have a good one. Bye.